Manufacturing is very important to the UK for several reasons. Not only does it employ millions of people, but it also represents 50% of our exports, and it represents around 70% of business R&D investment in this country. So it's a real critical wealth creator for the UK. Some of the top priorities for industry this year include obviously dealing with the global demand we're seeing, and we've got a good uptick in manufacturing at the moment. That means continued investment. It means working on the large challenges such as productivity and investing wisely to improve the productivity in the sector. And of course it means negotiating around the uncertainty of the Brexit situation, which is where the EEF comes in terms of advocating for the sector with government. Well, EEF is at the forefront of influencing the agenda with government at the moment in terms of Brexit in particular. We have weekly meetings at the top of government. There's a very strong relationship between us and other business groups as well that are pushing for the right answers to the big questions around the uncertainty of Brexit. So it's a very important part of the brief to ensure that we represent the sector in a very strong way. Manufacturers have a lot of opportunity to boost their productivity. We see a lot of investments going into the larger end of manufacturing with large-scale companies. The challenge is with the smaller companies where they're a little bit more uncertain about some of the investments that are required to improve productivity, particularly around the digital space. And part of our brief is to help them through that process to be able to make the right investments at the right time to boost that productivity. Manufacturers can get involved with EEF's campaigning, particularly around the big issues of Brexit and then industrial strategy, by participating in our groups, by working with us both online and in person with our special interest policy groups that we have. And also we'd like to encourage a broader community of manufacturers to join EEF to be part of that voice. The more input we get from as many manufacturers as possible, the more detailed the points that we can put to government. So we'd like to encourage as many people as possible to be part of our manufacturing community.